Imagine a spiritual pathway that addresses your physical health, emotional frequency, mental clarity, and spiritual well-being, all in perfect harmony. This isn't just an ideal. It's the comprehensive nature of the Goddess Emergence show with Dr. Brie Gibbs, a spiritual leader, healer, and trance medium, who alongside of Goddess Bell, the creator, and other masters will share information never before released on the planet to help guide and evolve humanity, and along the way, heal the 4 dimensions of body, emotions, mind, and spirituality. This show is about true spirituality, offering a new earth narrative and effective path to well-being as it accelerates the journey of our spiritual evolution to keep pace in this rapidly changing world. Get ready to emerge the goddess within each of us, both the feminine and the masculine. If you have any questions about yourself that you have no answers to, this is the show for you. Let's emerge together and emerge better. Now here is your host, Dr. Brie Gibbs.
Welcome to Goddess Emergence. I'm Dr. Brie Gibbs, and I have a co-host now, Teresa Hebert. You know, it's a new year, so happy new year, everyone. And as a goddess, we look at things differently. We can use the numbers from the goddess Sumerian energy. And I decided I want to talk about nothing but positive things for the new year. That's the most important thing. You know, as goddesses, we watch the earth and the celestial heights we come from. We cradle the earth. We gaze into the calm. Our spirits are calm. And yet they're forceful at times. But it's a calming forceness. It's a love that we bring to the planet and to others on this planet. So I want to talk about that today. I think that's the most important thing. And let's welcome my co-host, Teresa Hebert. Hi, Teresa.
Hi, thank you. Welcome.
All right. So why don't we get right to it? I think it's really important that we start right away. The past dissolves like a mist. So with this new year, we dissolve everything softly and gently out of us. As I've talked about in healing shows, to release things. So if we take this last year and release everything and just forget about it, how do you start new again in a positive way? Well, my answer on that one is you've learned your lessons that have been etched into you, and the shadow is gone now. And with the shadow gone, why look back? That is something that's very important. The other thing is the whisper of the mortals and rise anew. And that's what I'm talking about right now. Rising anew. I have a red is a power color. And I decided to own my power today and say, I'm new, I'm refreshed, I can go on and do my God's work without worrying about what's happening every day. And every day can be a new day. So on the God's numbers, it's the number 1, new beginnings. As we look forward to this new year and we see the new beginning of every day, sure, there is chaos on the planet. Sure, people are having problems. But there's a positive way we can help all of them. So, Teresa, do you have any questions on that one?
No, I totally agree. And thank you for presenting and starting this new year with a positive outlook, because there's no better way to sort of discover, expand, and really shine our goddess light than staying in a really positive state of mind.
Right. So if we take a canvas or a painting and start painting our life inside the cellular consciousness of what we want every day, we can come out with positive action, which the Goddess Emergence is an action. We take that and paint that in our thoughts, in our mind, in our heart, in our soul. We can do this every day. So I'm going to use an example. This new year, we all know what's going on in the chaos in this world. What is one thing, Teresa, you think that you could do to make this example of how the positiveness of a goddess can be? You're an incarnate goddess, you know how it works. So one thing.
By recognizing that I have a choice and that I'm not powerless in this world, and I think, Dr. Brie, that we don't have to be famous, rich, or have a certain job to know that we matter in the world and that we each can make a significant difference. And it doesn't have to be hard. By making that choice and keeping that awareness. That's what I'm doing for myself.
And you are so right on that. It doesn't have to be hard. And the awareness that you're keeping on yourself there. The thing is 2025, sure, we're going to have our problems on the planet. And I'm not going to add up all the numbers and say, okay, this is what the Lemurian Gods book says that we follow, or this book or that. But when you look at the positivity of everything you do, no matter how hard it is, you can arise from that occasion that you are on and that path you're on. So this last year has been hard on me. It's been hard on you also and other people on this planet. Technical difficulties, let's just use that for one thing. Making sure my dogs are being quiet right now. Just different things like that. And it's like, okay, guys, here's your treat. Let's do it. So painting the canvas is what I want to talk about. So I've taken in my cellular memory how I want this year to be for me. It's a new launch. Every year is a new launch. So as we launch out, the love that we carry as a goddess is nurturing. It is not a human love, it's a spiritual love. And nurture everyone, no matter who they are. That is one of the most important things right there. The other thing is when I say rise anew, when you paint that canvas, you are rising anew. You're making yourself completely different. You're aligning yourself with the Creator, with your guides, with your higher self. And you say, okay, this is what I've decided to do today. And speak softly and gently. That's one thing I've learned with working with God's Bell, is that the harshness in my own voice was too much. So I've learned to speak softer and know that I'm still confident, no matter I wear a power color, whether I'm wearing black. It doesn't matter. What matters is that we carry the nurturing love every day. And that's the most important thing you do. The arms of a goddess outstretched, a beacon of light. To me, that means so much. So during the day, if I'm doing planetary work, my arms are stretched out, sending love. And a lot of my energy comes through my hands. That's why they're red all the time. And I send that love out wherever I think it's needed. Or I hear from my guides, you need to go and do this or that. And it's like, okay, I'm going to go over to Russia or Ukraine or wherever and help. The angels are busy right now, which is what's happening everywhere. And that's one thing I wanted to let people know, that they are so busy working on the planet. And goddesses are to rise up to the occasion now and bring in that nurturing softness and be that beacon of light. Shine your light as hard and bright as you can. A lot of people say, oh, I don't want my light being seen. Why? Well, it's going to attract lower vibrations. Oh, good. I don't have a problem with that. Let them come. Because I've learned a great lesson. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that. I was helping some people that were on a lower vibration. And everybody would say, oh, don't work with them. Stay away from them. But you know what? With the nurturing love of a goddess, and this has been going on for a while, was able to reach these people where they didn't think they would have the help they needed. I think that we look at things as a timeless guide. So our blueprint is a timeless guide. and what we're supposed to do. I wonder if we can think about things in another way, though. Do you have any ideas on that, Teresa?
Well, as I'm listening to you talk, and this I've learned a lot from myself too, we all deserve and we are all worthy of help, no matter where we're at. If we're at rock bottom, if we're at the top of our life, no matter where we are at, we are worthy to help each other. And that is so critical and it's so needed. So yes, I would say worthiness is so important right now, that we each feel that no matter where we're at.
I totally agree with you. One thing I did a long time ago is I felt that I wasn't worthy when I was going through many transformations. And so I took sticky notes up and put them in my bathroom, kitchen, everywhere. You are worthy to be who you are. You are worthy to love yourself. And that's one thing that God says forget. We get so busy and wrapped up in the spiritual work we have to do, we forget about ourselves. And that's something that cannot be done. So when I'm done with the show today, I would breathe, take care of myself, take 5 minutes in a quiet place, and then come back and work in my office again. There's other things I have to do today. But you're so right on that. Each positive step we take to a new future and new life for everyone can be completely different. So, I'm big on the homeless. And I started thinking about that. I do what I can for the homeless. But then I started thinking about the people that have a lot of money that are not homeless, that have the big holiday parties and everything else that we've had through the season, right? And today, I'm sure a lot of people are partying it up, right? Sorry, I have my water. I don't get to party. Anyway, but the thing is they are going ahead, and I think about them, I'm going, okay. They need our help also. You were correct about rich, famous. It doesn't matter. They're here. And the one thing is, I'm so grateful for this Transformation Talk radio network that we're on, because they reach out to all of this also. And people are able to come in and hear other host messages, our messages, and that they can learn from anybody they want, that they are worthy. I don't go by the Akashic records. I don't go by the numbers. I go by my love that the Creator has inside of me. I am not going to shut down my love because of fear. I'm not going to shut down my love because I got my feelings hurt. I am just going to be me. And I think it's really important that we do that. I think what I'd like to do right now is take a short break, and we'll be right back. As the new year unfolds, a gift the gods bestows. I want to talk about that. My gift to the world is love. My gift to the world is help healing others. I have certain jobs I have to do as a representative of the gods that has been bestowed on me by the Creator. And the one thing is, know where I can help, know where I cannot help. That is one of my problems. I cannot heal the whole world. So we got that lesson learned real quick lately. The other thing is I know that I have a vision in my head that what I want to give to the world in this new year. And that's freedom. Freedom of chaos. Freedom of inner chaos, I should say. Freedom of anything I am holding on to, I'm letting go. And I want others to do the same. So my gift to you is I'm releasing all that I held on to this year and giving it to others. Oh, I'm sorry, giving away. Sorry. And I meant others, the guides, I have this thing I say, sparkles, take it all away from me. So that's one thing, is the gift that God gives. The other thing a gift is taking care of this planet. Know that we're needed. Know that you're worthy. Like you said, Teresa. So do you have anything you want to say about that one?
Yeah, I would say we're talking about, since we're just coming off of, such a gifting season, that for myself, and maybe will resonate with others as well, I decided to just be my own gift this coming year and to really gift myself with taking time to take care of me. I love taking care of others. It gives great joy. But sometimes I can convince myself that I don't have time for me. So I'm going to give myself that freedom, as you say, to just invest in myself. Because when I invest in me, I invest in you too. And that's really important to me. So I'm finding things that are gifts for me, but also gifts for others as well. So I want to make that sort of a two-way street. So I love your idea of the gifting.
Thank you. And what you said, but why you're gifting to yourself and to me, as you said, you're gifting to others. It's a ripple effect. Mm-hmm. So if you show one person kindness, that person's going to show it to another and to another and to another. Mm-hmm. Everything is not about money. It's about how you care. Are you willing to put yourself out there and care and nurture? And, I think it's really important that we flourish and we grow our courage. So we all have that thing. Courage. We have to work on. Okay. And this year, that's one thing I'm working on, is courage. I think that having the courage to come up here and say, okay, I've had this rough year. I'm back here now. And now this year is going to be brand new. And so let's go forward with everything new. And that takes a lot of courage, a lot of strength, belief in your guides, belief in your own self, in your own worthiness, along with saying, I'm going to also have enough courage to walk outside and open up the universe and yell, Happy New Year, or whatever I want to do today, or a neighbor or whatever. I think it's really important. We do things like that. The other thing is a chance to flourish. Flourishing is really important. And, I've seen some of your questions, Teresa. I'm going to let you ask them now.
Well, we were talking about maybe many people, having a little bit of uncertainty and apprehension going, as we literally start this first day of 2025, of how can we help sort of nurture ourselves to maybe deal with some of that anxiety, that uncertain. How do we keep kind of on that straight and narrow, if you will, that really positive path? What do you do for yourself, as an example?
The one thing I want to say is that's mind thought patterns. Mm-hmm. So you want to make sure that you're staying on a mind thought pattern of positivity and nurturing. So as a goddess, you have to nurture yourself before you can nurture others. And it's like a child. You have a child next to you that's wanting attention. What is the first thing some people do? Give me 5 minutes and I will take care of you. Give me a minute, I'll talk to you. A goddess stops what they're doing, turns around, looks at that child, and starts talking to the child, and that is nurturing. It's not having to give the child a hug, which I always hug children, and you do too, Teresa. So it's but nurturing through that. And that brings in more positivity also. And then you regain your own energy back. Did that answer your question?
Yes, it does. And it kind of reminds me of something that I became aware of a few years ago that I hadn't really stopped to think about. So we nurture ourselves as human beings, but it's equally important too to nurture your pets and other things that require your attention. That's all a form of love and nurturing. And so maybe as we, progress through the year, we share more things about what is other ways of nurturing that maybe we haven't thought about.
Okay. I think that's a really good idea. So, nurturing. Let me think of something here for a second. I'm going to use my husband, for example. Oh, he was a tough one to nurture. He looked at as nurturing as a physical thing when it was in the mind. Nurturing the mind. I'd say, love me for my mind and my spirituality for who I am. Well, after a while, that got into his mind. It retrained the mind thought pattern of that. So that's what I want to use. Do you have an example you may have used?
Well, we talked about the mind thought thing. And, I think maybe we have a tendency, all of us on and off, to sort of have this, I'll call it, for lack of another word, a victim mentality. We are not victims.
No.
We're not victims. And so retraining ourselves to think that we are not that, I think is going to be very important as we progress through the year too. And maybe those will be some of our greatest lessons, to stop the judgment, the blame, all of that. I think that for me is kind of what hits home right now.
So the other thing is your clear vision of what you want for yourself and others. Mm-hmm. I started thinking about others. I went, wait a minute. I need to take care of myself and have my vision perfectly set for this year. And that's what I am working on. And as the vision grows, it starts to live and gain strength. So as I look at everything today, I embrace a promise that I made myself through a God's year. And knowing that love is nurturing, knowing that nurturing the earth is so important. Mother Earth needs us so bad, God's sky does. And we do that and send that love to her. So the one thing I say is, I always say, excuse me, I'm walking on the grass because I watch out for the elementals. And I also think of self-nurturing also that way. So I had respect for the earth and the elementals. That's nurturing. Also, self-nurturing myself by honoring myself by saying, okay, this is what I did it correctly. The other thing, the other thing I want to end with, because we don't have that much longer to go, is that nurturing. I can't say. I'm sorry. I just have to take my glasses off. Nurturing is not a physical love. It's the strongest spiritual love you can have from the Creator. And when I feel it right now, as I say that, it almost brings tears to my eyes. I'm sorry. I had to take them off for a minute to kind of center myself. Having that love from the Creator inside of us. And we all can access that. So the one thing that I will be bringing up is Black Diamond Healing. And putting the Black Diamond in the heart, which is a nurturing love also, which has not been on this planet for 78,000 years. So the other thing I want to say right now is love yourself enough to take this chance to paint your vision on a canvas and say, okay, this is what I want to do. The other thing is, I've seen a lot of people make these boards and put pictures up on them. I forget what they're called, but find pictures of what you want to accomplish in this year. That's positive. think of things. You want to start a new project of something. I have a project in the works with someone right now, and I'm making sure that that project continues for the journey I'm here to do. So as I look at, a couple minutes we have left, I'm trying to get as much as I can, changing my office curtains to the colors that I need to be me. That's a nurture. Also, it nurtures others that come into my office or around me. So as I take care of myself, and this is what I want for others to do, nurture yourself through this year. Take a hot bath. Get your nails done, women. Men, play darts, go bowling, do whatever you want to do. Have fun. Don't take things so seriously where you cannot move. And that's one thing that a lot of people have done. So, we have a minute left. Teresa, I want to thank you for being on here. I want to thank Transformation Talk Network for having us here for this first beginning of the year, and the last year we've been with them, the short time, the 6 shows we've done. They have nurtured us also in their own way. And they're part of our journey. You know that as much as I do. That's all been created by the Creator. And, the Goddess Emergence is here to emerge together, to emerge better, and bring that nurturing love to this planet. So as I end this show today, if you want to know more about me, go to drbriegibbs.com. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and Google me. No problem. And God's bless everyone. Know that you're loved. Know that you can nurture yourself. Have a great year, and I'll see you soon.
Thank you for listening to the Goddess Emergence Show with Dr. Brie Gibbs. Tune in the first and third Wednesday of each month at 2 p.m. Pacific on TransformationTalkRadio.com to experience Spiritual Pathway that addresses your physical health, emotional frequency, mental clarity, and spiritual well-being, all in perfect harmony. This isn't just an ideal. It is the comprehensive nature of the Goddess Emergence Show with Dr. Brie, a spiritual leader, healer, and trance medium who, alongside the Goddess Bell and the Creator, offer messages from the masters never shared or released on the planet. Beyond the show, Dr. Brie offers individual and group sessions at drbriegibbs.com. That's drbriegibbs.com. We hope to see you next time.